Hey, my mic's working good. Good evening, vampires, werewolves, and all other nocturnal beings. Welcome to the finale of Tiddies by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders and presented by Tabletop Titties. My name is Kelly, my pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for the last time this season. Tonight. But first, before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and how Canada has and continues to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and we acknowledge that this episode is being recorded on the stolen lands of the Anishinaabe, Chippewa, Haudenosaunee, Wendat, Sequetmik, Apache, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coast Salish, and Cheyenne First Nations. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptitties.com/resources. And once again, thank you so much to Paresh M for being our Patreon producer on this, the last night of this season. You've made this happen. It's all your doing. Congratulations. With me, I am joined by the investigators of the Occult and Unusual.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlene Bear. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, they, and I have a sore tummy, so I might have to be running away every few minutes, and that's just my life. But today, I will still be playing Octavia Miller, the Tremere, who does not have a sore tummy, whose pronouns are she, her.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Hi, I'm Casper. My pronouns are they, them. Wait. What? I play Belgium Jerry. The gang girl whose pronouns are fight me. He also is bald, so this is I think the first time you guys are seeing my hair.
Nice.
Hello, my name is Emily Matchette. I use any pronouns. I play Imogen White, a Slibbery whose pronouns are she, her.
Hello, it's me. You know me. I'm Dare. Pronouns she, they, they. Playing once, always, and forever the he, they, they. Leon Cavallo, the Toreador you all adore, and will leave you wanting more. I'm just like this.
I love it.
It's my favorite. It's me next. I do the next thing. We have a sponsor we'd love to thank. Inspire to create a space that you can be proud of at Inspire to Create Shop, a small Canadian business supporting and sourcing their materials from other small Canadian businesses. They have everything to make your space as cool and nerdy as possible. They have cheeky and funny decals to personalize your walls and cars, and dishwasher-safe mugs sporting your favorite class for when you come out of a long rest. Roll for initiative with Inspire to Create's Dice Towers and get one for yourself using our code Tiddies By Night for a discount at Inspire, the number 2, Create Shop on Etsy.
Today, we also want to do a shout out / just spread awareness for the GoFundMe for the Club Q families and survivors. Right now, there is a link in chat. You can click and use it to support the people that were affected by the devastating shooting. Go take care of our community, please, friends, and donate when you can. It's also me again. If you're watching us live on Twitch, you can support us as well by subscribing with Amazon Prime. You get one free Twitch sub, or just using your regular old cashola. Emily just subscribed. You could be cool like Emily. Do it.
I am the coolest. It's a fact.
We also have a giveaway running right now. I'm not denying it. It is a fact.
The silence was deafening. It's fine.
If you use !giveaway, all one word, you will be entered to win a dice bag and tray from Geeky Tendencies, one of our sponsors of the past season. Make sure you do that. It will be run all the way until the end of our break when a winner will be chosen. So make sure you get those in before that point. We also use Sirenscape to help make our stream more atmospheric, allowing us to have some music and fun sound effects. You can use it too. Check it out at sirenscape.com.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Is it me? It's me! Hi, everybody. If you're looking for something cool and new to watch while we are on our little mini break in between seasons, I have a little suggestion for you, because there's a new thing starting tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that is Dice Intimate Life. Dice Intimate Life is a new breed of actual play tabletop RPG stream and improvised drama, blending the popular D&D 5th edition system with Pathfinder 2, along with a bit of Eldritch homebrew to create something uniquely their own. Think Darkest Dungeon, but with a uniquely wholesome chaser. So many people in today's world are born conscripted to a fight for their lives. The person DMing this new stream, Nate, is actually the one who he came up with it basically on his deathbed. And his story is truly inspiring. And he just wants to spread inspiration and help people find stories to uplift themselves in a way that he did as well. And I was truly connected to them when they reached out to get a shout out on our show. And I think y'all should check it out, because they seem like really cool people and it will be a cool stream. So definitely go and check it out.
All right. How are we doing? Possible triggers for this episode: politics, vampire stuff, maybe some bees. It's the last episode. We got to see if we get some bees in there.
Okay, so basically you're telling me I have to bring the bees up.
Yeah, bring some bees. I mean, it's possible triggers, so it doesn't have to actually happen. And if any of those things...
I'll just like tease them a bunch, like be like, eh?
Tease those bees.
What's the rule that you can't like put a gun on stage and not shoot it? You can't
Chekhov's
mention
gun.
Yeah.
It's
Chekhov's bees. Put
So
that on a
it's
t-shirt. That's a shirt. That's a shirt. Chekhov's bees.
If the anticipation
How do you
of a
spell
bee on
Chekhov?
stage not getting used bothers you, feel free to step away. Take a moment. Come back.
God damn it.
Skip the episode entirely if you need to, and come back next season for the previously on. Speaking of previously on Tiddies by Night. In the wake of the prince's death, the IOU rushed to get a hold of the situation. The audience of the Palace Theater began to stir, and Leon compelled the kind to believe they had just witnessed a performance. All the Primogens stayed, and immediate power struggles began to form. They were convinced to at least give it the night before doing anything, but Evelyn knew better. Back at the cemetery, Imogen and Jerry stopped a young Giovanni from escaping into the night. They interrogated him about what Valentina was planning, and learned that she was told to get Dracula's sword by any means necessary. He tells them that with Valentina dead, the clan will need to find a new matriarch. Imogen and Jerry convince him to return to the IOU office with them. Meanwhile, Rita and Octavia recovered from the Giovanni attack. Octavia questioned if they did the right thing and decided to take the blame for losing the blade, but Rita wanted to return to the IOU before making any decisions. Back at the office, they all decided on what to do next. With the struggle for power looming over the city, the prince dead, and a general chaos about to go down, the team came up with a plan. They'll talk to the other Primogen and come up with a way to manage the districts of London separately. No more Prince and no more monolithic Camarilla. The next night, the coterie split up. Octavia went to the Tremere to mend ties. She attempted to take full responsibility, but the collective was unconvinced. They seemed more disappointed in the two of them and concerned that they didn't consult with any of them first. Octavia is not punished, but was offered an opportunity for growth through the assistance of Ephraim in researching the Doulahan. Octavia stated that she would work with him, but the jury is still out on that. Regardless, their offer to promote Octavia was withdrawn, and they allowed her to leave. Leon, Jerry, and Anne made the rounds to talk to the various Primogen. They were met with some resistance, but through some persuasion, they managed to convince at least Shalon Han to consider their offer. Assumptions were made about which kindred would control which district, and ravens carrying a message from Evelyn informed them that the Nos would be making more of a presence in kindred society, not to mention still retaining all the knowledge in the city. Finally, Imogen and Evelyn had a heart-to-heart about the young kindred leaving to look for Golconda. Evelyn was ultimately supportive and encouraged her to go. Suddenly, a dilapidated man claiming to be Jonathan Harker once again arrived at their door, delivered notes from Dracula for Jerry and Imogen each, then proceeded to die.
As one does.
As one does. So we're going to skip ahead a bit to the moment where everybody has returned to the IOU office. A blizzard has been seen outside of the city arriving.
It's funny because there's a blizzard here right now.
Yeah, and I wrote this
Too real
last
world.
week. A blizzard is supposed to hit the city in a few days. And people are expecting it to be quite a historic one. But in the meantime, you are all within the IOU. Octavia's dad is still here, looking... He's recovering.
Okay,
He was frail after his journeys.
It's fair.
But he's
And
beginning
I
to
love
look
my
better.
dad.
He's looking better. He's cleaned himself up a little bit and doesn't look like on the brink of death anymore, and has mostly kept to himself through your ongoing luck and, I don't know,
This is
constant
also,
ability to
what,
just
been,
have
like- It's been like, what, a couple days in canon, but like, we've been, I feel like, me, Emily, that he's been like crashing on the couch for like 2 months now. Just because like the distance of like episode, that's a me thing.
It's no coincidence when you get a new house that a bunch of family members show up. So, but regardless, you guys are used to having Kine around and pretending that you're not kindred. So, you all awake in the IOU, and have either yet to or are rereading the letters from Dracula for the convenience of storytelling. So for Imogen, yours essentially lays out that within the next few days, someone will be arriving under the direction from Dracula to assist you in your travels. Basically, has been told everything that Dracula has told you, as well as been given provisions and the means to take you wherever you want to go. There is also an ongoing invitation to Transylvania to visit Dracula if you ever need any assistance. An invitation that also extends to the rest of the IOU, Jerry especially. Jerry's note, along the same lines as an ongoing invitation to Transylvania, also suggests that at some point the two of you should go to Oktoberfest again, whichever one comes up next. And also, the paper smells a little bit like perfumey, a little bit, compared to Imogen, but it might just be in your mind.
I really wanted the letter just to be like, yo, you up?
Yeah.
It is the Talks equivalent of I'll fly you out.
Yeah. Yeah, got a one-way ticket, it's open. Don't worry. But yeah.
My letter, or like Imogen's letter is signed Dracula, mine is signed Big D.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's drawn an eggplant for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. Regardless, you have
Ahead
a
of his
bit.
time, Dracula.
You have a bit of time before each of you have to go about your various plans in the wake of the changes. So, anything you wish to do quickly before doing that? We will have final moments at the end of the episode, so you don't have to do those right now.
Say, wow, we're just jumping right in.
I know Jerry has been spending his time in the library writing. Not necessarily in his book or the unofficial biography of Leon Cavallo. But he's just he's been writing, and he's being very secretive about it. And then like he's not used to having kind around. Like he's used to being him, and most people just like excuse that. But in an effort to behave, he has worked on a project with Octavia's dad. Sorry. And then when he's not in the library, he's out trying to become. He's the self-appointed ambassador of the vampires to the werewolves.
Have you been researching what Anne told you about your sire, the Circle of Crones, at all?
When he needs a writing break, he's like, yeah, sure, let me just dive into some past trauma, you know.
Give me an intelligence and occult.
Nope.
Amazing.
Oh, you mean all 2 of my die? Yeah, sure. Let me just get those for you.
Hey, you might crit.
Sure.
You could also rouse the blood if you're really interested.
Sure. Let me rouse first. Oh, hey, I succeed.
Nice.
How many dice do I get with that?
2.
Okay. Why not? It's the last episode. I'm gonna willpower that because that's terrible.
Did you get none?
I got 1. Now I got 2 successes. So
yeah.
I was rolling 4 dice. I got 50%.
I completely forgot. I think I've brought this up at some point, but you do get extra dice for using the library. I've made it canon that because you have a library, you get extra dice.
How many extra dice?
Let's say 2, I think.
I love it. Nice even number. I got 4, 6. Actually, you know what? Willpower reroll because
you
it's
can only do 1 willpower
episode.
reroll.
Dang it.
So I will say
4
that
successes.
With 4 successes, that's good. They are a more obscure, like, subsection of kindred society. They are essentially the pagan witchcraft kind of collective of vampires, and practice a lot of that sort of thing. But the thing that stands out to you the most is that Anne mentioned that your sire was their hero, and you find that within their group there are various kind of like archetypes of their order, and one of them is the hero. And you find a passage that talks about how the hero is someone who is outside of the norm, who is free to face their own quests and their perils. Often figures like Hercules and Romulus are considered heroes.
You had to throw in Romulus in there, dude. That was rude.
I know, it's from the wiki.
It's from the wiki?
Amazing.
Yes, the Kindred wiki. One thing that does stand out to you as well is that they value passion, which can include things like physical exertion, hunting, etc. But battle is considered one of their passions. And as you read this, it's almost like finding like passages in various books around the library, and it just starts to like piece together kind of more of your connection to your sire.
I'm so sorry. I packed away my notes with the rest of my life. What was my sire's name?
One moment. I wrote it down in our fancy note-taking thingy.
I could absolutely look that up, but
Hey guys, how's it going? It's our last episode.
It's time to vamp.
It's
But-
chill
Is it?
out.
Aww.
Enter our
you'll-
giveaway.
Yolanda. It was
Actually, though,
Yolanda.
enter it.
Amari.
sweet
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
I mean, it doesn't mention her by name in any of your research. Yes. The Hyde Park werewolves have been a bit incommunicative, but they have said that they would meet with you in a few days as they are handling some of their own internal business. So you can definitely meet up with them soon.
Roy.
Is anyone else wishing to do anything quick while you're at the IOU? If not, we can move on.
Yeah, I'm good. I think at this point, Evelyn is gonna take any time that she can to like make sure Imogen's okay. I don't know if I saw the letter when it showed up. Did you read it in front of me? Do you think?
Yeah, probably. I probably would have
Okay.
shared it. I'm like immediately. I'm not a secretive person.
I guess because we also just had the conversation, I would be like,
Yeah.
what is it? You'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I probably should fill everybody. I'll turn to Evelyn. I'll be like,
I'll just be like,
probably,
Evelyn
you
is
know,
gonna be essentially during any time that you haven't told the rest of the group, being like, you should probably tell the rest of the group.
Yeah, no,
Just that
should
person, just being
probably,
like, when are you gonna bring it up?
Or you could do an Irish goodbye.
Stop! Lynn, get out of here! No!
Give me a wits and awareness, both Imogen and Evelyn,
Shit, alright.
How hungry am I?
just for fun.
Oh yeah, we didn't rouse. I guess it's a new day, so.
Oh crud! I should probably eat.
Okay, I'm good.
Are you talking about Casper eating or Jerry eating right now?
Low column A, low column B.
4 successes.
3.
All right. Evelyn, you've been busy. Imogen,
bit.
you noticed that over the last few nights, Travis hasn't been here. He's still been working for you, even in the new office, and has been like really busy handling all your new cases and stuff. But for the last few nights, he hasn't shown up.
Are we all here now, or?
Yeah, you're all there.
Has anyone seen Travis lately?
No, we
Not
missed
that
book
I've been
club.
not that I've been keeping track or anything. Just wondering.
I mean, if any one of us was to keep track, it would be you.
I don't know why
I
you
do
would
have to
say
agree.
that. Just wondering where our employee is. You know,
It's a good
if he's
point.
not been showing up for work.
I mean, things have been getting done, have they not? Like, the paperwork has all been filed away, and
Do you think he's
Yep.
avoiding me? Us? Anyone here?
why would he be avoiding you?
Us or anyone here.
I don't agree to that, I'm just staring at Imogen.
I don't think he's avoiding me.
Yeah, no, maybe you two should talk about whatever it is you need to talk about.
Right, yeah. I don't think he liked the book I picked for book club. But he hasn't said anything to me.
What was the book?
Excellent question.
It's in your
That
notes.
sounds riveting.
You
Maybe-
should definitely join the book club and find out.
Maybe he enjoyed
Top
it
secret.
a lot.
Get on
and is
patreon.com/tabletop titties.
I don't know what any of those words mean, but it sounds about right.
Actually, though, before we'll find Travis, I guess. I like look towards Evelyn. I'm like, is now okay to do the?
I would be up whenever is comfortable for you, my dear.
I don't know if okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna read out the letter. I'm gonna bitch out and read out the letter.
All right.
Words here. Letter.
That's not how I would have done it, but suit yourself.
Yeah, so Imogen, like, I think we'll sit everyone down and read out this letter, basically stating that someone's going to be by and be my ride, question mark?
Yeah.
What?
So, I didn't know about this, for one thing. I want to make that very clear. This is news to me, but, I am thinking... No, I'm not thinking, I know, and I'm recently, made plans. Not really plans, but the idea, that I would like to perhaps go on a bit of a trip and look for Golconda outside of London.
Oh.
What, are you leaving us?
Yes?
That's... I'm so sorry to hear it for us, but very excited for this next leg of your journey, Imogen.
I mean, like, we live forever, so I definitely will probably be back at some point.
I mean,
I would
not if you
say.
find it.
This is true, I guess.
Which is your goal.
This is also true. Right.
I don't
On your
think
journey
it's
to
just
find
going
it,
to...
just stop by.
Yes, on your journey. It's going to take some time, I'd assume. It's not going to just pop up in front of you, or else any of the other Salubria that have gone searching would have found it already.
Is there
That's it.
anything we can do to assist you?
I don't think so. I apparently have someone coming by to help. It's news to me, but I mean, I think it's going to be a very long trip, so if Dracula has someone who's going to help, then I guess I'll take the help there. But I don't think that there's much here, if that makes sense.
Emmy, is your trip to... I really wanted to say Wakanda. Golconda. Is your trip to Golconda taking you to Romania or Transylvania? One of the Vanias?
Well, if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know. After the last few days that we've had, if I 100% trust Lord Dracula with every fiber of my being, so maybe not right away. But at some point, maybe.
Well, if you do go on that leg of your journey, would you mind if I accompany you?
I think she just nods.
Right. And you're not leaving because you're mad at me. Or me, us. Sorry, you're mad at us. Or anything. Are you?
No? I don't think
Alright,
I'd ever be mad
yeah.
at any of you.
Okay. Alright. Then Jerry's gonna just slide back into the back into the library, just like, okay, yep, gotta do a thing. But yeah, let me know before you leave. Then you can't go just disappearing, all right?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. This person's not going to be here for a few nights, apparently, so... And I've got probably... Well, I don't know, like, if how much I should be taking with... I don't know. Should I take things with me, or it's just like a one-bag situation? I don't...
It would feel natural for you to take, I'd assume.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, alright.
Take what you want to carry for a long distance. Yeah.
And worst case scenario, you can always just, like, you know, I point to, like, my forehead where the third eye is for you, you know, to get some extra things. You're persuasive.
Yeah, you got a cute face. People will like it. Help you out.
Like steal things?
No, I mean, like, ask nicely for a favor.
Oh, so one of the most important things to do while traveling is learning how to bat your eyes and say pretty please. Gets me out of a lot of things. I assume it can do the same for you.
I always say please and thank you, so...
Or, I mean, I don't think my methods will work for you. Yeah, no, go with Leon, yeah. Because I tend to just punch people and they give me what I want.
While this conversation's going on, I reach over and I hold Octavia's hand as well.
No.
All our evening investigations won't be the same without your poetry to warm the night's air.
That'll be fine though. You'll get on all right.
She'll have a few nights. We should spend
Also-
as much time with her as we possibly
I'm
can.
not dying. We're already all dead, so that's fine.
Yeah, but love, the world's a big place. Excited for you to see it.
Yeah. I think, honestly, be honored at your impacts. And I think the way your absence will ring for all of us. I know I'm not the type to get emotional, but I'll certainly miss you.
Well said.
You hear loud snoring from the parlor as Octavia's dad fell asleep before this conversation started.
Right, you want me to put him back?
Oh, he's fine.
So we're going to do a bit of jumping. There has been a quote-unquote Elysium, even though the Camarilla is not currently
I was hoping for this.
working. There is a meeting scheduled in the Palace Theater, unofficially Elysium. Who all would want to attend that?
Me with the silver bullet, not literally. I just want to be there.
I want to be there to observe and make sure no shady shit happens, I guess. Or see if there was shady shit so that I can just know about it.
I'm about to be the speaker.
Yeah, I'll go.
Imogen? Anyone else?
Yeah, why not?
I'll go, but I'm not going to say anything.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just there.
I'll go to keep the pace.
I'm just there.
Everybody's
no.
going. I mean, that makes sense.
Why wouldn't we?
We kind of started this shit.
As you all awake in the coming night, you see frost has formed on the insides of your windows. You hear wind buffeting upstairs. A blizzard has hit the city while you have slept. The streets are obscured by heavy snow and wind. Visibility through the streets is nearly impossible. You all awaken earlier than usual. There's almost more darkness than there is light throughout the days. Octavia got a cold somehow. Each of you, I need to roll me a rouse as you awaken tonight.
8.
No.
Nice.
I got a 6.
Ooh.
I got a not success.
Me too. I got a 2.
got a rock.
Homeboy hungry.
Nice. Evelyn, as you awaken and get hungrier, you've become accustomed to hearing either your sire or the voice of Tanita. And in your mind, you hear just this like guttural breathing coming from Tanita in your mind, as her presence makes you hungrier, almost in like vengeance against you.
Kind of mutter to myself, I'm like, stop breathing with your mouth. You don't need to breathe. Shut it. Stop. It's very loud.
Right into the mic of your ears. ASMR.
I don't think this is doing what you think it's doing. It's very annoying.
as all of you enter the carriage, the moment you open the IOU door, it whisks open with the wind. The horses are not enjoying it, but are Clydesdales, so they're used to it. As you see almost like pinpoints of the lamplight out in the distance, and a soul cannot be found on the streets. But regardless, you make your way towards the Palace Theater. As you do, the horses almost feel slowed by the wind buffeting against them. And you can see the snow pile up on the streets as the top layer is blown away by the wind. And you make it. And the Palace Theater is dark. The usual glamorous lights that show that a play is about to happen are not present. But you do see a collection of carriages outside, as well as the usual guards that Melinda hired to watch the palace, who greet you and allow you to enter. And as you enter, it's dark inside, but almost not pitch black, but lit by very small lanterns. And you make your way to the stage, and the same table is there with the chairs set up around it. But it almost feels more intimate and more casual than the Elysium that you had been here before. You see that a collection of the Primogen are sitting around it, and a few of the other kindred are sitting out in the audience as well. And there's almost a sense of mourning in the air from the death of the prince and everything that had come with it. But there's a feeling of determination as well that comes with everything. And you can tell that the presentation in the room is not the glamorous, showy Camarilla. It is all of these kindred coming together to discuss what the next steps are. And you all take your seats, and you see Shalone sitting at the end of the table watching you. And she is the first to speak. I have informed everybody what Leon, Jerry, and Anne, and Evelyn's ravens have told us. I must say, as you all know, kindred are not ones to embrace change. As old as we are, we have become accustomed to the way things have been run. But, Leon, you make very intriguing points, and I have had some time to think about it. The idea of a city run by all of us is quite intriguing. How do you envision this to work?
Me directly?
You or any of your allies?
I mean, this is honestly a good first step. Sort of neutral ground where we can all discuss whatever issues befall us, whether that be in one individual area or it can affect multiple. As members of the IOU, I can speak for at least myself that I don't mind jumping over and acting as a neutral party to help mediate or help investigate whatever needs to be investigated. But yes, a place where we can all discuss ideas as equals and complaints as equals without having to worry about hundreds of years of history might be nice.
Yes. I must admit that I have grown a bit weary recently. And you see the Bruja Primogen sort of still sort of steaming. Looks over at you, Jerry. Oi, what do you got to say?
Bro, I was just saying that, off of what Leon was saying, since, the IOU is a group of pretty diverse kindred.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, since we are a bit diverse kindred, we would show the least amount of bias when it comes to disputes. Yeah.
A lot of us are also very young, so we do not have centuries of resentment that could potentially cloud any of our judgment.
Yeah, the old ones of us don't really, well, speaking for myself, don't really care. So, that's good on you. Again, I was speaking for myself.
What's stopping from anyone trying to take South Bank from the Brewha then?
Me? Ain't no one wants South Bank anyway.
Kind of just like narrows his eyes at you.
We're going to operate on the idea of mutual respect. I think we respect that you know that area better than anyone else, correct?
Yeah.
And just as we respect that Shalom knows her area better than anyone else, correct?
Correct.
And as long as we don't input our own will over others, and if we have a need to discuss, we do it like this. We allow people to make their cases, state their points, and allow cooler heads to prevail. We shouldn't need to worry about any potential fights between districts.
And if there is any funny business, I will know about it, so I can let you all know if there is something under the table happening.
You see... you see Sidney Jones step up out of the audience and start like stepping over chairs to get to the stage, and sort of like pulls himself up. And he says, "So the rumors are true then? The Nosferatu will act as some sort of omniscient information gatherers even without the Camarilla."
I look over to Octavia and I say, I will not miss him at all.
Oi, mate, who invited you?
I am one of the Primogen, and who invited you? This is my dream. As I said, Evelyn, are you suggesting that even with this collective of whatever self-governed regions, that the Nos would still have authority over information?
As per my previous letters I sent to all of you, as per my previous email I thought I made it very clear that I have been doing this job even before I was Harpy, and I do not intend to give up my position. I will not interfere in any of your districts, but the city's information, be it kindred or kine, information is mine to hold.
I think jumping off of that, Leon will also quickly say, and I understand, once again, can seem like there's a conflict of interest. I want to be abundantly clear that, speaking for myself, I have no desire to have power in this sense, so I do not want to use any resources that I may be akin to having with Evelyn for my own needs. I motion to everyone else, and I assure the IOU it's the same.
Yeah, Evie don't tell us nothing anyway, unless we
That
really
is also
need to
very
know
true.
about it.
Yes.
Well,
It's classified information.
Yeah,
I did
she
have
really
some-
taught lit about it.
I did have some time to think about this. As I did read your letter, unlike some of us, I think if we are all going to trust each other with this drastic change, perhaps you may be more service than ever watching eye. The information that you have extends further than kindred, if I am not mistaken, and perhaps allowing some of that information to flow freely to the rest of us would ease us of our worries that you were plotting some sort of monolithic takeover.
I believe that can be arranged. You may not take my word for it now, but I do not wish to take over any of your places. Far too much work.
Yes. I think we have a mutual agreement that none of us really want to take the position of the prince. As drastic as I was to push forward the Ventrue, the idea of kind of like looks over at Sydney, ruling everybody is of little interest to me, at least. And each of our districts have already evolved, or attempted to evolve. We each have our own hunting styles, and the kindred have adapted to our presence in each of our known districts. I have no wish of hunting in South Bank or the Docklands. Nor do I think it is smart to give the kindred or the kind any idea that we are changing. I've proposed some districts if you would all be interested. And she sort of like takes out a few papers.
No problem.
Can I do, I don't want to use an ability, but I would like to do some sort of gut check of if this person seems to be telling the truth or not.
Give me a wits and insight.
Okie dokie.
Maybe I'm blinded by every woman that's ever existed, but I trust her love. I may be realizing I have a weakness.
It's okay. Most of the NPCs in my game are women, so.
When girls are pretty, my brain go down me.
What did you get, Octavia?
A 3.
Seems pretty genuine. There is a lot of hesitation, but not more hesitation that she's genuinely worried that this won't work, but is willing to give it a try. You're all immortals, so if it fucks up in the next 50 years, she'll just kill everyone and start new.
Yeah, I think I just say, change is difficult, but I look forward to this next chapter of our unlives together.
Honestly, the short amount of time that I have spent with the Tremere of London is a bit aspirational. Obviously not for your weird magic, but regardless. The
Visible shoulder deflation.
Mayfair Marylebone, sure, will obviously continue to be Ventrue district. South Bank, as we have said, will be run by the Brujah. The Docklands, and looks over at you, Jerry, we've suggested for the Gangrel.
There's more than one?
There are other Gangrel here. You need to get out more.
Oh, get out pretty much. I get out pretty regular. I just...
You go to the same places every night.
You need to meet people. Go to a social event. She lists off a few of the other regions. Most notably, the city of London proper, as you have said, Jerry, is home to a very eclectic coterie. And I propose that, even as each of you may dip your toe in other districts, that for the time being it may be wise to have the IOU itself control the city of London. Does anyone oppose?
Obviously, we're staying quiet.
I'm looking like, do we want this?
It is so London, it's almost like how Vancouver is. There's downtown Vancouver, and then there's like greater Vancouver. The city of London itself is a section in the center of a grand sprawl of districts. You're not getting all of it's the city of downtown London.
I can live with downtown. Okay.
All right. Yeah. You got Davy Street, you got Granville, you're good.
The stress.
Yeah. No, I think Evelyn will pipe up and be like, as dear Jerry suggested before, our coterie is quite diverse, and I think it would be quite a fitting symbol to have us in the center of it all, and hope we don't screw it up for all of you. And I wink.
Yes, that's what I'm most excited about. If everything hits the fan, then it's your fault mostly.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And
Right, so if anybody got disputes, will they be coming to us?
if you would like, I had another suggestion, to be honest. Jerry, we don't want to impose on your book club. Kind of like looks at you knowingly. And then looks over at Evelyn. We're not the only one. Or you're not the only one with information. No.
Knowing nod.
The district we are in right now, Soho, has been abandoned recently. The Moors have left the city. And as such, the Palace Theater is in need of a new owner. And sort of looks over at you, Leon. I propose that the district of Soho become Toreador land.
Only if it's actually called Toreador land.
No. I don't know if I'll be
Like
the Toreador in
Disneyland, but for
charge here.
Toreadors.
Oh no.
It's smaller than Toreador World.
Oh boy.
But it's more walkable, so like
We'll set up trams around the area.
pros and cons.
With Melinda gone, the next most frequent performer here at the theater is yourself.
I suppose that I can continue to make trips here, and I will keep a good eye on the theater and that what surrounds it. Is it okay if I have a little bit of help from someone who happens to not be a Toreador in helping me manage some of this on the more physical aspect of it all?
She kind of like gestures towards the back of the stage, and you can see the various masked like caretakers of the Palace Theater are still here. Melinda didn't take them with her.
Thank gosh.
And fully inspired by the the like creepy caretakers and What We Do in the Shadows for the Vampire Club, they do not talk and just wander the halls taking care of the Palace Theater.
Terrifying.
Of course, I wouldn't have you soil your hands. And of course, I have no intention of confronting Rat, was it? Down in Southwark, so whatever it's doing down there, it can continue to do that.
I will pass that along. I'm sure it will be thrilled.
Thank you. I have no intention of sending any of my people or anyone in this room down there.
Honestly understandable.
Yes.
Right, I've got another issue I'd like to address.
Yes.
Not to you. I don't even know how you got in.
Root.
He's supposed to. It's fine. You know what?
Imogen gets along with everyone. Except this
for
man.
him.
Well, I'll be in northern London if you need me.
We
Kind of just like
won't, but,
steps back into the crowd.
Right, so my issue is, what did this fine council of vampires feel, or conclude about Hard Part?
Everyone almost like, not face palms, but like looks away from you. And Hildegarde looks up and they say, Now, you came forward with the idea that you would get the werewolves to work with us? Is that what you were saying? Some sort of alliance with them?
Well, we all live in this city together. Makes sense that we've come to some sort of agreement or partnership.
I mean, as long as it's not myself going in there, you can go get yourself eaten for all I care, but if you get them on board, I don't give a fuck. I don't hunt in Hyde Park.
Right, whose district is Hyde Park anyway?
Nobody's.
The
It is-
werewolves.
It is werewolf owned.
Nice.
I'll come forward and say the Nosferatu will have your back 100% on this, Jerry. You have my word on that.
If you need a place to have discussions about this, preferably free of mess and bloodshed, Palace Theater is yours to discuss.
Yeah, I have no problem going in and talking to him if no one else feels up to it. And I'm legit eyeing every single, especially that Bruja son of a bitch. Like every single one of those mothers.
Being like, you fucking coward. You coward.
Yeah. No one else seems up to it. Yeah, I'll go have a sit down with him.
Everyone, like, Shalon looks like surprised, impressed, suppressed. She looks suppressed.
Suppressed.
Aroused. She is scaroused.
I am with Hildegard on this. If an alliance can be made, it is a new age, apparently, and seeing as the solstice is here, it's perfect time.
At the end of the day, we're all united in at least the same food source.
Exactly. We can all agree that wherever we are, we won't respect the kind.
Don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, me also like visibly ignoring my messages from Otho. Like, yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Some degree of an agreement is written up, and each of you are brought forward with the various kindred symbols to essentially wax stamp the bottom of this agreement. Even the Salubri, who you are the only presence here, Imogen. And as
sorry, I just have a quick question before we all stamp this with our names and everything. Am I the one in charge of all the gangrel in the city?
kind of like look around. We never had a gangrel Brimogen, to be honest. It's
We
more
can
of a,
start
Why
reading
not?
those leadership books.
Congratulations.
it's more of a, well, I mean, it is a new structure. I would suppose that we get away with the harpies and the Primogen and the seneschals and all that for the time being until we can discover something that works for us. So for the time being, it is honorary gangrel ambassador.
Right, yeah. Right, yeah.
Much to the style of the Camarilla, a lot of this is just for show.
Oh, alright, yeah, okay.
The contract more or less dictates everything that you'd said about everybody controlling their own districts and disputes being regulated rather than burst forward.
Can I just inquire, because the Camarilla was the main force enforcing the masquerade, if I'm correct, yeah? Is that still in there? Just want to make sure, because Evelyn is a firm believer in the masquerade, so I just want to make sure there's not like, you can just go fucking kill people. No big
I would
deal,
say
whatever.
That dramatic of a change seems too much for right now.
Okay,
Baby
good.
steps.
I want to make sure that's good. That's good.
This isn't
okay.
let's figure out a way to live together with the mortals. This is let's figure out a way to
Good.
live together with each other.
Good. I just didn't want to. I wanted to make sure no funny business was going on.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Okay.
I'll break the masquerade eventually.
Yeah.
Ah!
Look, yo.
Yo,
Jerry didn't even think about the masquerade.
And as such,
What I'm here for.
an agreement, a tentative agreement for a more aspirational peace amongst the various kindred of the city is formed as each of you make your way back to your various havens with your various coteries. The solstice continues after the break.
Wow.
So make sure you enter our giveaway because after the break, we're announcing who wins. Right now, there's only 3 tickets, which means that you have a super high chance of winning Ice Bag and Trey from
It's super
Geeky
easy.
Tendencies. So use / giveaway to enter. And we'll see
Straight
you
up, so
soon.
easy. Do it, do it, do it.
Perfect. Burb.
BRB.
Good morrow, fine patron. Are you looking for music for your character, campaign, or Twitch stream? Does music move you like prune juice after a colonic? Well, here at OBP Musical, we write music from any genre, from fully orchestrated pieces like this to video game auditory herpes like this. We have singers from Les Miserables and Disney for vocals like this.
The heroes of the North, with them we'll sally forth. The warrior knight, the maiden of Ed.
Have a bard that's written lyrics? We can write music for them. So, if you want music that rocks, come to us at OBP Musical and get your rocks off. That sounded weird. Music and songs from any genre, from opera to country, pop to thrash metal. We are jacks of all trades. OBP Musical, music for any occasion. Birthdays, weddings, having a bris. We've got you covered when others don't. Go to obpmusical.com for more info.
Hello, listeners.
I'm Shar.
And I'm Kelly.
And together we host Drinking and Screaming.
A queer and feminist podcast about horror movies and cocktails.
We're an approachable show for horror fans and scaredy cats alike, with each episode featuring a unique and in-depth discussion on a different horror film.
From classics like Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho
Spoilers, he's an awful human being.
and The Exorcist,
That famous puke was made with pea soup,
to modern films like Hereditary
where we spoke with Charlie herself, actress Millie Shapiro.
and Host.
We interviewed the full cast.
You'll be sure to have a great time and maybe learn something new.
And we're a film podcast that isn't just a bunch of bearded white men. Who knew?
Drinking and Screaming has 4 full seasons out now wherever podcasts are found.
And remember, always scream responsibly.
I've been working on my Steve cosplay, and I found the perfect piece to finish it off at the costume shop. They have wigs, costumes, contacts, and they even have a cosplay section on their website for people just like me. Head on over to thecostumeshop.com /REF tabletop titties to get started. That's TheCostumeshop.com, spelled ye old way. Make sure to use the code tabletop titties with double D's to get yourself $10 off at checkout. Maybe I should make a Imogen White cosplay next.
Hey, we're back from break, and I wanted to take a quick sidebar to talk about the Club Q shooting. For those of you who don't know, last Sunday night, news came out, or last Sunday morning rather, news came out of a shooting out of a queer bar in Colorado Springs called Club Q. I live in Colorado Springs. This is very near and dear to me. This used to be one of my local places. It is one of our only 2 queer bars in the city. And it has caused a genuine air of real fear throughout for every member of the queer community there. So I would like to just take a moment from the bottom of my heart to ask if you have the means, the resources to donate if you can, or at the very least help spread the word. It's been a week. The media cycle moves fast. People are already starting to move on from the tragedy, and it's still real, and we can really feel it here in the city. So it would mean a lot for me if you really did just take a few seconds of your time to, at the very least, spread the word to some other people and make sure it's getting spread out there and people don't forget. Thank you.
Yeah. Support the community, and if you can't do that monetarily, you can always support by sharing. Send it in an email link, share it on socials. You got it. Also, since we are back from break, we did run our giveaway. Ironically, it chose me, the Tabletop Tiddies account, as the test entry.
We
so
won!
I made it redo it. And Delta Kanekian, you have won a dice bag and tray from Geeky Tendencies. If you are here and would like to win, type here in chat. Otherwise, I will run the giveaway again and choose a different winner. So you have 5 minutes to say here, or I'm going to re-pick a winner. And that's it for our announcements.
All right. Then we are going to pick up... Oh, come on. Come on, music. Come on, sound effects. Okay, there we go. Jerry. The night of your meeting in Hyde Park has arrived. The blizzard is still strong. And getting your way to Hyde Park is a bit of a chore, but you do make it, and you can hear the sounds of the howls of the wolves as you approach. And as you get to the edge of the trees, you can see a wolf standing on the edge of the forest.
Oi! I got an appointment.
You see it, look at you and then trot into the trees.
Oh. Right, yeah, I think it means a photo.
Do you follow it?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
You begin to walk through Hyde Park, down the path that you had made almost a year ago. The trees look healthy now and less gross and dying. There are no strange, dark, silver creatures roaming the woods, and instead you hear the occasional barking and howling of wolves around you. Once you actually are in the trees itself, the wind almost calms, and the snow is still falling through, but a lot lighter, and it's almost this ethereal place. Occasionally you'll see a wolf sort of peek its way out of some bushes, and then duck back in, but you're still following this one wolf through the trail, and nobody has spoken to you at all yet. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm, what am I gonna do? How high is this snow? Because in my head, I'm, high-kneeing it through the snow, and I don't think that works.
There's, the park itself, it's, maybe a foot high. Not enough that it's, impossible to get through, but it's definitely, it would be cold if that bothered you.
Nope, because I am still in my bowler hat and vest, and not much else.
I mean, again, this doesn't affect you.
So every time I see a wolf peek their head out, I'm gonna tip my hat, mostly to partly to acknowledge them, but mostly to get the snow off of it, and then put it back on, and then keep going, trying to be as non-threatening as I can be as a 6 foot tall, very muscular walking death machine.
I mean, it's also
death machine.
These aren't normal wolves. The wolves that you're seeing are quite large.
Yeah, I've been bigger. It's fine.
Yeah. And occasionally you'll see sort of a silhouette of a humanoid figure sort of walking through the trees as well, but definitely not mortal. And you were led deep into the park.
When I passed the place where I killed that silver dancer demon wolf thing, I'm like, good memory. All right.
You hear almost a hyena laughter coming through the trees in response. Just that, like, and you continue. It's dimly lit in the park, but you were led to a clearing, and strangely, the snow isn't falling in the clearing. There's a light dusting on the floor, but you look up and you can see almost like clear skies. You see the moon and the stars above, and it's almost like this area is blocking the blizzard. And in the clearing, you can see various stones set up at different heights, and each stone has a wolf lying on it. And on the highest stone, you recognize Brutus in his wolf form.
Hey, Brutus! You made it! Alright. Good on you, mate.
It rises up and almost like creates this like intimidating posture as he leaps off of the stone and mid-leap transforms into his human form, completely naked, and pulls out a pair of pants from this satchel that has appeared with him with a spider pattern on it. And he sort of like slips the pants on. Jerry, what brings you here? You wish to speak.
Right, to business then. Look, I've been talking with the other vamps, and there's been a change in management. Instead of the prince, the prince got killed. So right now we're trying this new, like everyone takes care of their own situation, and I thought since we're reorganizing the structure and like everyone's getting a piece of the city, that you should have a say since you've got a piece of the city. You know, make it more even so everyone's square. Right?
You want us to trust the other vampires?
No, mate, of course not. I want you to trust me.
You know I don't. Our leader has recently died. And as I said, that makes me the new leader. And I am sorry to inform you, Jerry, that I do not accept your offer.
Oh, wait a second, mate. That was rather rude. I thought we were friends.
We are. Which is why you're allowed to make it here.
Why aren't you accepting the offer? What's wrong with it?
As you ask that, you see one of the other wolves sort of like stir and stand up as well. And it is a large white wolf with like almost fluffy fur, but still very thick and wolf-like. Sort of jumps off of the stone and gets between the two of you. And you see for a moment Brutus like looks down at this wolf. And there's just silence for a while. The mother wishes to speak with you. And he steps back, and the wolf sort of stands in front of you.
I tip my hat, ma'am.
She never leaves this form, so whatever you have to say it to her.
Got to be a one-sided conversation. Right, ma'am. I'm here to try and break bread with you and usher in a new era. Instead of us splitting off, we all are united. We have the same prey, and instead of fighting and picking off and not having all these scraps and whatever and scrapes unnecessary, then I'm thinking Vampires are reorganizing, and I'd like to bring you into the fold. As equals.
You see her, like, listening intently as you speak, taking in what you have to say. And she begins, like, circling you a bit, almost like prey a little bit, but less with that intention, more just like reading you. I know him. We have fought together.
Like, tell the truth, you ain't beat me.
We have fought. I never said who won. I don't... All right. Our concern still remains that the corruption that happened earlier this year was perpetrated by your group, but the mother thinks that it was not your intention and more of a side effect from assisting your friend. The worm does not seem to be as choosy as you are. What are your thoughts on protecting the park against the invasion of the worm?
Right, we will investigate where it's coming from, get down to it, and then we will handle it with the best discretion.
It comes from you.
Me?
All kindred. The worm is entropy.
I honestly don't know how to respond to that. I don't know what that word means.
Do you have allies that would be more informed?
Right, yeah. So your issue is the worm.
Yes.
And then I can bring it to me mates who know more about it, and we can come up with a plan to save you from the entropy worm.
Kind of like smiles, making fun of you a little bit.
I see that smile a lot, actually.
Much like yourself and your allies, I wish to do better than the leader before me. As much as I do not like this, the mother has faith in you. For the time being, I will allow a tentative peace. But if any of the other kindred attempt to infect the park and the cairn that we protect, you will be the first one we kill.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. How about we shake on it, mate?
One more thing. I wish to meet with this woman that you had brought to our park. I wish to speak with her.
Which women? I know a lot of women.
The one whose soul was reattached to her body.
Oh, the little old lady, bro.
Yes.
Right. You want to meet her in the park, or would you go to an safe, neutral ground area?
I can send glasswalkers to talk to her. But we have questions for her that she might be able to answer about what happened in the Umbra.
Well, I don't see nothing wrong with that if you agree to meet us in a safe space and behave.
I will behave.
you and your mates.
You see one of the other wolves sitting on the rocks just kind of like look up at you and bare its teeth a little bit.
I bare my teeth right back.
What I do, they will do. He sort of like steps forward and doesn't raise his hand yet, and looks over at the white wolf and sort of sighs and closes his eyes and reaches out a hand towards you.
All right, so I'm gonna like strongman him, like not strongman. It's like I'm action broing, handshaking this dude, so I'm like basically grabbing his wrist to seal the deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pull him close and like in for a kind of like a hug. I'm like, seriously thought we were mates. This really hurt my feelings.
Heavy is the head, my friend.
Yeah, heavy is the heart, my friend. Anyway, pat him on the shoulder and push him. Let him go.
Content warning feelings.
Yeah, and with that agreement struck, I'm going to bow out, not literally bow. Well, I'm going to bow to the white wolf lady because I don't know what to do in this situation. She seems like, well, she's got a title, the mother, so it's like
she kind of like
really
puts a paw forward and leans her head down.
It's like a really just deep bow. Take off my hat and everything, and then backing out, not giving any of the wolves my back, but just like backing out of the clearing. And once like I hit the blizzard, I'm just gonna turn around and walk out, feeling pretty proud of myself.
No snoots were booped. I'm upset.
Look, every time I boop a snoot, somebody ends up dead. So
once you turn around, the wolf that had guided you here is like right in front of you, just like smiling menacingly, and then turns around and begins to lead you out of the park again.
Yeah, all these freaking smile. Every time you smile at me like that, mate, I get this much closer to being less friendly. I'm just saying. Don't know if you can hear me. It's really low and noisy. I'm gonna try and yell over the wind.
It begins to gallop away.
Eyes of the beast, I can still see you.
And you leave. You are guided out of the park, and the moment you step over the threshold of the trees, the wind just begins buffeting you in the face, and your vision is obscured once more. You have to hold your hat from flying away, and it seems that some sort of magic is over the park to keep it calmer for the time being. Octavia.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to do what you wanted to do?
Yes.
All right. Where are you headed?
I'm going to head to the Chantry, of course. I'm hoping to meet with Ephraim.
And you do. You make your way through the blizzard to the university, pretending to shiver.
Mm-hmm.
And as you make your way into the Chantry, you are greeted by the Tremere, who are almost like that moment when a kid is let out of being grounded. You're like, did you learn your lesson? All right, you can come back to the table now. And it's a little tender, but question: Have you brought the Doulahan to the Chantry yet, or intend to?
Yes, I think for simplicity's sake, it could already be there. I imagine that over the cover of darkness, we had Prophet use his creation of shadow abilities, and then like Jerry and some other people to help.
I don't need
carry
help.
it.
Honestly, I don't need help carrying it.
It was a cumbersome process of making sure that whoever is carrying the Doulahan's coffin is surrounded by gold at all points.
Yeah.
and that the carriage that the Doulahan is in, somebody was watching the gold to make sure that it doesn't open into a gap, because you're genuinely not sure at what point the Doulahan is going to awaken again.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
If I hold my hand, since my hands are pretty much covered in really ostentatious gold rings, if I just hold my hands on the lid, does that count?
This is like you're followed by a very slow snail. Can't you just bring it to the bottom of the ocean and deal with it? The Tremere know how to handle the transportation of the Doulahan. So, Octavia, you are led through the chantry to the back rooms where the more secretive experiments are being done. And the moment you enter this room, you immediately smell just like freshly shaven gold in the air, and are like carefully led over the several layers of protection, just multiple rings of gold as this area has become a very scientifically measured place. And you are welcomed by Ephraim.
Now, Prophet, you must make sure to leave this area alone. We don't disturb any of the offerings around the casket.
So how much of Prophet are we going to get to actually research, or is he just here to watch?
Well, it's up to you what you would like to start with. I figure we have the Doulahan here as well as him. As long as we don't do anything that harms him, I'm happy to dive into this together.
Honestly, I'd rather keep the Doulahan subdued for the time being, and if Prophet's willing to, can we get samples off him, like a few nail clippings or hair? Does he have
of course.
corporeal hair?
Yes, you can go ahead and give him a pet.
And as Ephraim leans in, you hear...
Prophet, we're trying to make amends.
I mean, the last time that we met, it wasn't on quite courteous circumstances. Perhaps you would get clipping, and he hands you like tools to collect samples from Prophet.
All right, Prophet, sit pretty. And as I say that command, he like sits down and then like raises his two upper paws up to get clipped, which is a real thing that I trained my childhood dog to do.
And as you do this, you can hear Ephraim like flipping through tomes. You hear like the of pages being turned, and it seems that he's set up almost a working laboratory for you in this space to research the Doulahan. And once you've collected the samples, he says, "Right. Well, I'm glad that you're my assistant. Then that made things a lot easier." And brings the samples over to a different part of the room.
Yes, working in partnership is going to go quite well, I think. I was also able to acquire, and I like take out a file of like some drool of his, and if you just like brush him, like fur is everywhere. So there's no shortage of fur as well.
I'm honestly surprised that he's this, as I said, corporeal. I expected him to be more shadow than anything. Even as he's here, you can see a bit of his shape changing.
Yes, and he does have the ability to activate these things to become more of one version or the other. Once we're in the Underdark, though, that's all form of his is gone, so I've been told.
Also, Shadow Realm, Underdark.
Shadow Realm, yes. Sorry.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I didn't get a lot of time to research the Doulahan, what with, the ship being overrun by a banshee and your friends trying to kill me, but from what I understand...
Perhaps you should work on your first impressions.
I asked Imogen where she came from, how long she's been in the city, and I got attacked. Bygones be bygones. All right. Well, we best get to work. Go ahead and give me a intelligence and occult plus 5 dice.
Oh,
because
damn.
you are not only working in the chantry with anything that you need, but you also have a lab partner.
I don't think I've ever rolled this many. Oh my gosh. Okay, 2 10s.
Ooh.
I want to get this as good as I can though, so I'm going to spend a willpower to re-roll 4 of these dice. Holy cow, this is a lot already though. So right now I'm standing at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow.
But I'm gonna re-roll 4 more to see what I can get. 1 more, 11.
Damn.
Yeah, be careful of success. Kelly kind of punishes you sometimes.
So, with 11 successes, I will say that this is going to be a long process. You essentially start setting up your hypothesis for what this process is going to be, but begin to set the groundwork for a very solid and fruitful scientific endeavor. Some of the earlier things you will learn in the first couple nights is that Prophet's internals are more you than they are what a ordinary dog would be. There's none of Prophet's like pure dog blood left, and he is now just pickled with kindred blood. And because of that, you can very carefully extract some of his blood. And it seems that there is inherent death magic in him. Something that you don't really possess yourself, but something about your blood is tainted with death.
Wow. Rude.
And
I mean, like, you did die, though.
You're dead. So...
Does it feel like just like how any kindred's blood would be like that?
no.
Or no?
Oh.
This seems
he's
like
special.
something that you've had for a long time, even before being kindred. And you get the impression that that night that you were embraced and Prophet lapped up some of your blood, whatever was inherently in your mortal blood fed into him and began to mutate him into this shadow creature that he is, essentially making a black shuck. He is not a natural black shuck, whatever that is. He is something that you created inadvertently through just feeding him your blood. But the relationship with the Dual-Hand is still a hypothesis that you both share, and something that in later seasons you will be able to gather more information, but have definitely solidly started the process of learning more about what Prophet is.
Awesome. I have something else I would like to do while I'm here, unless you want to, if there was something else to continue with that scene. Another time, Octavia takes out a few different flowers that Imogen has created over the time in the IOU, and I'm going to attempt to distill them down to try and like create a sensory experience with them, like a perfume.
Ooh. Do intelligence and craft.
Okay. I'm still pretty good at that. I haven't made
gonna
something in a
say.
while.
I
Yeah.
was like, I think you're still pretty decent at both of those things, if I remember correctly.
I'm gonna use a willpower. It's the season finale.
Yeah.
Okay, that was way worth it. So 3 extra successes from my willpower roll, so a total of 6.
Nice. Using some of Imogen's flowers that I will say the what are they? I can't remember what they're called. Ones. The one that specifically bloom at night. You create like not only a good smelling perfume, but one that like weirdly specifically like kindred smells good to kindred. It has almost like a night smell. It's the essence of night, as the commercial will say.
How many vials can I create of this?
How many successes did you get again?
6.
I'll say you can make 3.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'll keep 1 for myself. I would love to give 1 to Rita. She always is complaining about what she smells like. And
Like
the
blood.
last I will give as a gift to Imogen before she leaves.
No.
So cute.
Rita will be very appreciative and will immediately spray it, which, putting that on blood, I'll say because you got 6, it like kind of works a little bit. It's like it's like an iron night.
The chemistry of the smells just... Perfumes work different on different skins, and it's like, this is just working. Like...
Yeah. The commercial will be a woman drifting by with blood smattered on her face, and it's like, iron. Night.
Sold de parfum.
And you return to the IOU. So we will have that moment unless anybody else has anything else they want to do. We've overthrown a government. We got the werewolves involved. We've researched a dog.
Where the fuck is Travis, though? If Imogen isn't already planning to look for this boy, I think Evelyn is gonna look for this boy.
Give me a wits and
Just ghost
investigation.
Imogen.
Can't do it. I will not allow it. Sorry, what am I rolling?
Wits and investigation.
Okay.
Specialty mom.
Imogen just keeps getting these
Kinda.
devices that are 3 dots that just kind of like go
You know
up
what?
and
It's
down.
the season finale. I'm gonna fucking rouse the blood.
There you
Oh,
go.
that I'm ghosting
You know
him
what?
also. It's,
I don't
it's a
mind
mutual
being a little
ghosting.
bit hungrier. We're at 3 hunger. It's okay. I don't mind.
More
I haven't
breathing in
eaten
your ear.
anything yet. Shite.
Seems to be a mutual ghosting, so. 3 dots.
We got 4. I'm gonna go ahead and rouse the blood again, just because.
Can't
we're
rouse
gonna
again. You can use your
live-
willpower.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I don't have to. Yeah, I could just use a willpower to reroll. That's fine. That's fine. I could. That's what I meant to say. I think. I'm like, what
Keep
are these things?
just powering up like an anime character, just rousing your blood.
Find the blood. Okay, we got 5. We got 5 successes.
With the help of your ravens and your own investigation powers.
I feel like William's in on this too. I feel like this is
William,
like she's leaving. We have to find him.
with the whole group looking for this boy who is trying to ghost Imogen.
Yeah, nobody's ghosted anyone. Fuck
She's
this
also
shit.
fucking with the ghost.
You confidently do not find him.
Fuck! Wow,
To
he's
the
just
point
gone.
that you're confused. Like, you go to his house and you go to the office. The 2 places you know that Travis goes.
That's all I do. Big brain.
But he, even searching around, it is tough with the blizzard. But of the places
I have
that
a night vision goggle thing. It's fine. I'm fine.
of the places that you've visited, what you do learn is that it is weird how hard it is to find him. He is either dead, not in the city, or has help.
Like, has help. Like, he's like, I want to hide from these people.
Yes. That's what you assume, is that he's either dead, not in the city, or somebody is helping
But
him.
his work
He
is still
fucking
getting done,
knows.
though?
His
He
work
knows.
is still getting done.
He knows something.
He's working through it. This is clearly like
Right up knows what we are. That's the thing that I think Evelyn just jumps to that. It's just like, yo.
Regardless, it is the night that Imogen has been promised that somebody will come to assist her in her travels. You are all within the IOU. It is up to you if Octavia's dad is there. I've just been plopping him in once in a while.
I think I've sent him on a late night market errand.
Cool.
But
Send an old
I
man
need
into the
specific
blizzard.
things for.
Go out in the blizzard, Father. It'll be fine.
You gave him a big old bag of gold, and I gave him a big old tub of whiskey. He's fine.
The scene from The Thing where he goes out into the snow. He might be back. We'll see.
Stay away from the husky.
I'll let him have profit if it seems dangerous.
Yeah, it's
I don't
fine.
want anything
I'm not
bad to
killing
happen
your
to my
dad in
dad.
the last 10 minutes of this episode.
Can you imagine? Holy shit.
Anything can happen.
Good. All right, Imogen's got her backpack and she's ready to stay in some hostels. Let's do it.
Well, don't head out yet. And I rush over to you, the aura that is Imogen. And I present to you a small glass vial filled with oil that has a slight purple hue. And it even closed, it's so fresh that you can smell the evening smell that the storyteller described earlier. And it's got a small dark green thin ribbon wrapped around the edge.
Well,
This
thank
is for you.
Octavia. Thank you.
You're
That's very
welcome.
kind of you.
I have one for myself, so we'll keep in touch in some regard.
Of course.
Wait. Emmy, you leaving? I'm screaming from the library.
Jerry, get out here. You know what day it is.
Hang on. I'm finishing up a thing. Give me a second.
It's on the bulletin board. It's on the calendar.
It's true. We've mentioned it multiple times.
You hear a crash from the library as I stumble out with like a piece of paper. Right. Emmy, I made you something.
Oh?
Right, yeah. Sorry. So I wrote a thing. It's a lass called Imogen. Limerick by Jerry. Yeah. Yeah. Well, since you're Irish. There once was a young lass who died. She liked praying and bloody cried. It was quite effective, but no house detective. She couldn't resist the countryside.
That was lovely. Jerry, thank you.
And then there's a bunch of art on there, like doodles that he tried. He did his best. He put in work on these things. And yeah, hang on. I'm about to share it with you if I can freaking find it. Putting it in the chat. Give me a sec. But yeah, so he's gonna hand it to you. And there's like some tear stains, but like those are fine. Those were there before. They're like dry now, but like you can see like he was trying to wipe them off. I was like, yeah, no, don't pay attention to those. Here's the thing I made. Where the hell did I put it?
Thank you, Jerry. And she'll give him a big hug.
Yeah, he's gonna hug you tight and then like swing you around.
Good.
And then put you down finally. And step away.
Imogen, I had a question.
Yeah.
Were you taking your it's a violin, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Were you taking that with you?
Yeah, I was gonna take it with me. You know what though? I was taking mine But the Morse did give me a fancier one that I was gonna leave here if you want it.
Perfect. That means I can get back into practice, but I guess it seems fitting that I should give you my gift then. And it is a series of hand transcribed works of music. I've been putting in the work transcribing my poems, some of the ones we performed together, so that you actually have notation for them now. I'm a little out of touch. It's been a while since I've done orchestral work, but I made a copy, one for you, one for me, so if we do see each other again, we can put on a hell of a performance.
Here's a big hug to Leon, too. Oh, no.
Emotions.
Nobody else is going.
I'm just kind of... Oh, God. All right.
I have an idea, Kelly.
Yeah.
Sinister. I would have messaged you about this before, but it just popped into my noggin now.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna ask you if this is okay. Evelyn would like to have Corvo and another raven show up. A not Gould raven that has given its consent to be Gould by possibly Imogen, so that they can communicate with the group if they would like, so they wouldn't mind having a companion on their journey that reminds them of home.
All right. So as you summon Corvo, who looks very very displeased.
They're all it's heckin' windy.
Yeah. You hear rapid tapping. Rapid tapping on the window.
Let me fucking in.
And a has anyone seen when ravens molt?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen crows.
Yeah.
Look
just
real
the wind has blown a lot of the
they're just I hate this and I hate everything and I don't like it. I don't want to.
And is followed by another raven. Only it's not the raven that you talked to, Evelyn.
Shit! I think I might know. I have a feeling of what you're going with here.
And it immediately flies past your raven and lands on one of the chairs in the office and sort of shakes off the snow. Imogen, you recognize one of your aunt's ravens.
I know that one.
Long time no see.
Just kind of squawks at you.
Well, this is much better than the plan I had. I think this is absolutely this is fitting. Looks like you have a friend for your journey, Imogen.
I don't know how to take care of a bird.
I think it knows how to take care of itself.
All right, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, I don't really have to do much there, do I?
Right, I don't really do much to interfere with your work, do I, Corvo? And it's just
Good.
It's just don't fucking touch me. I know what I'm doing.
I like to think that the molting is going to be persistent now because you're giving it Nosferatu blood.
It's just kind of got, I imagine.
Now it's a fugly bird.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking that it kind of had, instead of molting, it was the eyes are a little bit discolored and grayed over, like a corpse would be.
Ugh.
And
it's like these zombie birds from Resident Evil.
Got it's not molting. It still looks very majestic, but Corvo's kind of got this gray tinge to some of his feathers. Just kind of looks like he's kind of decomposing, but not. The feathers aren't falling out.
Yeah.
So he still looks kind of sick.
Your aunt's bird looks healthy as shit.
It looks healthy as hell.
I've also been playing too much God of War. I was gonna say it has a third eye, but I'm not doing that. Does anyone else have anything for Imogen? In that case.
Hugs. All the hugs.
Wait. Emmy.
What?
I just remembered, since this hat is not so fitting for me, he's gonna take off the hat that he bought with you. The one he was really happy about, but no. He got another one, so it's fine. He's gonna take off the hat and just make dust off whatever snow the bird brought in, and just there you go. If remember me, boy.
I don't. Again, I'm not dying. I'm gonna remember all of you for sure. I'll put the hat on though.
Looks good on you.
Imogen, we know you're not dying. But you are leaving. This is going to be quite the journey for you, and we just wish you the best. Take the gifts.
Right. I'm not saying no, of course. Thank you.
Plus, the hat is really, well, besides being dashing, it'll protect you from the snow and stuff outside.
Thank you, Jerry.
It's about this point, Evelyn, you notice, looking out the window in the blizzard, you see two figures. A large silhouette coming from down the street, rushing towards a smaller silhouette. And the larger one tackles the smaller one to the ground and pulls them up, and they begin fighting.
Me for a moment. Cloak of Shadows, going outside to investigate. Hold that thought, everyone. Something's happening outside. Let me check it out without causing them alarm. And then I go and do the thing.
If that's what she says, I'm going to the door.
Jerry,
and
please let me do my thing. Jerry,
I'm only going to the door. I'm only going to the door and doing Eyes of the Beast.
Okay.
Congrats! Nothing has changed!
I just want to see what's up.
As soon as you see what's up, you're going to want to fight them too.
You don't know that. I could have matured.
Know that.
What's it when?
It's in 3 days.
You hear through the wind, "You bloody twat, we've been looking for you." And
What is this?
This larger figure punches the stomach of the smaller one, who keels over a bit. And upon the door opening, he kind of grabs him in a headlock, and he looks over and he says, "I'm bringing you to Evelyn. We've been looking for you." And you see dressed in thick, new snow, London snow attire, is Travis, who now has a bloody nose dripping down his mouth, as one of your classier gang members is dragging him through the snow now, as he's coughing up blood.
Wait, so can I run up to that guy and punch him in the face? Because that
do it. I give permission.
I'm gonna run up to that guy and just clock him.
You run out and you punch him across the face, and he immediately sprawls out into the snow, sliding out into the street, and you see a trail of blood behind him where he hit the ground, and he is trying to pick himself up, but clearly his entire bell has been run. And you see Travis on his knees now, covered in snow and blood, just holding back this dripping nosebleed that won't stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna help the poor boy up, and I'm gonna dust him off and give him my vest. Poor boy, man. It's not doing good. It's you right there.
I don't know who that. I don't know who that was. Oh,
I'm gonna focus here. How many fingers?
Two.
All right, you can see and count. Fantastic. Let's go. I'm gonna help him inside.
And he like grabs a handkerchief from the front pocket and just like jams it up his nose. Sorry, I didn't realize that anyone was looking for me.
I think
who was that?
Evelyn is gonna let everybody go inside. And then as the door closes, she's gonna let the bees sting this motherfucker a few times. Bees! Just because it's the season finale. And, you know, everybody's been like, trigger warning, bees, we better use them. So that happens a bit. Just as a lesson.
Like, bees!
And Jerry's...
Just as a lesson. And then I'll call them back and be like, perhaps a bit more tact next time. And then I'll leave and close the door.
You went full Jerry, and only I can go full Jerry.
Yeah.
You see him like pull, like doesn't stand up, just like on all fours, drags himself back next door where their headquarters are.
Yeah.
I did. Sorry. And you see, Travis doesn't look great. It looks like he hasn't shaved in a few days, or a few weeks, but it's still like patchy as all hell. His hair has grown a bit longer, and he's like trying to hold it back in like some sort of bun, but it's like it's little. It's a little bun.
He's got a man bun.
No! I cut it off immediately. I'm like, snap. No, I'm kidding.
And but the thing is, other than being covered in blood, his clothes look brand new. And like incredibly in style. They're like fitted like pea coat with like fur coat jacket on top. And
he's completely swallowed by my vest.
Yeah. Blood running down his nose as he's trying to hold it back. All right, first, I don't know who that was, but I need to... What's going... Never mind. Imogen... I have something to tell you. Whatever happened in the graveyard at the beginning of the year, I kind of felt like things didn't add up too much. I've been a bit distant. I don't fully understand everything that's happening, but Mr. Dracula has told me quite a bit, and filled me in on something. Did you know that book was based on a real man? Anyways, he told me about. He told me that you were trying to get better, and take care of yourself, and I think that the blood stopped.
Great, it has.
He told me about that you had to leave, and gave me a bunch of supplies and stuff, and told me to basically watch over you. I don't really care what you are, but I know that something happened to you that was bad, and if you would have me come along, I would like to help you.
Even Dracula was like, I ship it.
Imogen?
Elbow Imogen. Yeah.
Here we are. 2 seasons later. I think Imogen's gonna kiss him.
Aww.
So cute.
We've all just been waiting for that, right?
And it's awful because she's never done that before.
Yeah, he's also he's like holding his nose and like shocked, and he begins to like blush immediately.
And then the nosebleed starts again. Because
Yeah.
all the blood. Oh God!
He's also like
now.
is fully
Kiss. I slide Evelyn like $10. No words are exchanged.
He kind of
like,
lets.
I say nothing. I'm just like,
He,
thank you
he,
so much.
he gets lost in it for a moment and then immediately becomes aware that everybody is watching.
Oh yeah, my mask is back on and I'm here.
And sort of like blushes and like steps back a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Imogen immediately goes from 0 to 100 awkward immediately.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Octavia and be like, I kissed. They finally did that with Miss Octavia. Just so you know.
That's what that wet sound was.
Gross. It wasn't good.
No. For no one involved. You're watching. Octavia, it was really the best deal out of everything.
It was great for me.
Yeah.
I just got $10 out of this shit. I'm great.
Prophet's got his paw over his eye.
Oh my god.
We have, he said that the solstice would be the best time for you to travel. What with your condition? I don't know what you want me to call it, but regardless, we'll have a lot of time to travel.
Great.
I wish it wasn't so windy, but we'll make do.
Great.
Yeah, we're all like that.
I did have, Jerry, do you have any books I can take with us?
Do I? I come back with a stack that was pre-made for y'all.
Just holds it and starts more blood on.
It's just all of the it's the classic romance ones like Cleopatra and Mark Antony, Tristan and Isolde, Romeo and Juliet, all of those corny ones, just cute couples together.
Please tell me you snuck in some smut in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They need all the help they can get.
Absolutely.
The books that you're it's a nice for a couple chapters, then you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my god.
He's gonna open one and a magazine's gonna fall out.
I snuck in a Karma Sutra in there that I got on my shelf. There you go.
That's because
0 to 100, all right?
Just looking at it.
Maybe
the
kiss a
nosebleed will
second
never
time
stop
first.
now. Well, if, I suppose this is my resignation then. I did.
Who's been doing your work these past few days?
Oh, I have. I've just been leaving before you all woke up. Yeah.
Sneaky.
You've been doing an exemplary job. I can't speak today. What the fuck? I'm too emotional. You've been doing a great job. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Thanks. I think Marguerite should be coming back soon. So don't take any complicated cases while I'm gone, I suppose. I'm gonna get the cart ready. You should probably... Nope, don't have to wear anything warm. That's okay. Maybe wear something warm to look like you need to wear something warm.
Right.
I won't tell you what to wear. I'm gonna go now.
As Jerry is standing there half naked.
Give Jerry his vest back.
And you see...
He all the help he can get.
You see him go outside and call a horse over, and it's like a decent Clydesdale that can withstand the cold, and it's a pretty modest cart, especially compared to the massive IOU one, but it does have a back area that you can see has areas where you can sleep, where the sun won't shine in.
You singular or you plural there, Kelly?
Well, the idea is that he would travel. He can still ride the cart during the day and would be able to find an inn for, yeah.
This makes more sense. Good. Wonderful.
He's been, Mr. Dracula has trained him on how to transport a kindred. He has been well informed on how to do this, how to take care of his new vampire girlfriend. Any last parting words before Imogen heads off with Travis into the night?
You're going to be amazing.
Oi, be safe. Take care of each other.
What I said, I'm not allowed to redecorate your room. It will be here if you ever decide to come back.
We'll miss you.
A big hug.
No.
Again, no profit of scritch and scratch. I don't know dogs, so...
Evelyn's ribs crack a bunch, so it's the usual.
And as you all embrace, and Imogen heads out. As the doors open, the raven swoops out and lands on the cart, terrifying Travis, who nearly falls off. He offers a hand to help Imogen up, and the cart gallops away into the solstice. And a few nights go by, each of you going about taking care of your various businesses. And the first thing that happens is Octavia. You are sort of like grabbed by the arm a bit by your dad, who says, Octavia, my dear, I found this cylinder, wax cylinder. Do you have a gramophone or anything to play it?
Yes, I do. Please. It's in the main room.
All right.
And I lead him to it. Well, Prophet leads us to it.
Okay, we're going to do this live, because I did not test if this is going to work. So as you set it up, you attach it into the compartment for the wax cylinder and pick up the needle and place it on the start of it. It begins to play. Everyone listen, and I hope this works. Fingers crossed. Here we go.
Octavia.
Oh, it's so quiet. One sec.
Couplet ideas by Jerry. That's me. See the bleeding of the prophet?
Damn it. I can't boost it any louder. Ah!
I hear it. I hear it.
Oh, you hear it? One sec. I might have accidentally double-clicked it. Oh, God. This...
Who is that?
No, no.
Yeah, now it's playing twice.
God, everyone just forget that.
Talk over it. No one can hear anything.
All right, we'll put that on the Patreon. My apologies. Or I'll play it tomorrow during our Q&A, because...
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
I got a hint of a poem from Jerry.
Yeah, it's a Jerry poem. Anyways, sorry, Casper. I should have set that up better.
No, it's all right. I can read it out now if...
All right, read it now, and then we'll play the... We'll put the...
Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, that's too damn small. Hang on. 2 seconds.
Listen, we did the whole... We're doing the finale live.
I like that there were all these secrets. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. On the gramophone. The Prophet and the Octavia. Rhyming couplet ideas by Jerry. See the bleeding of the prophet. I think he's angry and lost it. He finds it hard to see his master, overshadowed by disaster. Who is that all-seeing near the investigator? I think she'd like to eat the educator. She is but a blind Octavia, admired as she sits upon miscellanea. A mystical fiend is a magnificent ride. It needs no gas, it runs on pride. She's not alone. She brings an analyst, a pet dog, and lots of panelists. The dog likes to chase his mother. Colleagues see him as like a little brother. The prophet shudders at the kind friend. She wants to leave, but he wants to defend.
No.
Oh, what a lovely poem. That was Jerry's voice. Is he nearby?
No.
He's still in the library.
I haven't seen him.
He's always in the library.
Library in a few days. On another day, you've had a few people show up at the IOU during the day, and nobody's been around to answer. But one night you awake in the IOU, noticeably a little less like tidy. I would imagine Leon does a good job making sure that it doesn't get too disheveled. But it's definitely like one of the clean roommates moved out and somebody has to pull double duty now. You hear a familiar voice sitting behind the desk. All right, listen. I know I hired him for you guys, but his organization skills are awful. I don't know what the fuck this place is. It's a bit ostentatious for me. But the least he could have done is kept a semblance of my style. And you smell the wafting cigar smell and gin. Plus, he didn't tell you about this. Seems Miss Imogen, who didn't have the kindness to wait for me to return before leaving, left you something.
I didn't schedule it, sorry.
Were none of you manning the desk? Anyone?
Sleep during the day.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Well, here, someone read this, and hands a paper to you, which in your minds you can hear read by Imogen's voice.
Seasons have passed since my aunt brought me here, 'cause with the IOU there was nothing to fear. Over the years we've solved case after case. Remember that giant snake right in my face? I've learned so much about unlife and more, about me and you all, and a little kindred lore. So if you could please give me a moment of time to say how I love you with rhythm and rhyme. I guide with the spirits, but also the living. Octavia's always so patient and giving. Your brilliance and gadgets often saving the day. It's good knowing you're just a premonition away. Shadows you guard and protect and you scout. One time we robbed graves for a fancy night out. Evelyn Stormloft, you've got a kind heart. You pretend that you don't. I know, play your part. When La Foi de Nuit was in town for a while, we met Leon Cavallo, just dripping in style. I truly love sharing with you that grand stage. Leon, for eternity, you will be all the rage. Last but never least, Jerry, my friend, I know that on you I can always depend. You barreled right in with your mustache and hat, the best in a fight and a one-on-one chat. I don't talk much about my family passed on. It's difficult, I'm here and they're mostly gone. But thanks to Aunt Florence, I can say without doubt, you four are my family, my whole unlife throughout. I'm off on a brand new adventure tonight, and I sense that Octavia will keep me in sight. I promise I'll write, keep you all in the know, on the sights that I see and the places I go. Thank you so much for these seasons past. My love for this coterie immensely vast. Stalled for so long, this last line I can't deny. So now may I say farewell and goodbye.
He's so much better than mine.
And with that, we conclude Season 2 of Tiddies by Night.
The room in the IOU is a little bit stinkier as Evelyn actually sheds a tear of blood. And it's not smelling great. Her blood probably smells horrendous. Hey, everyone. We did it. We did a whole season.
Yay.
You were here for it. Thank you so much for that, because that's really cool and awesome. And we really appreciate the support, and we hope you had a great time. If you would like to show more support or just any support in general, the best way to do so is by heading on over to patreon.com/tabletop-titties. When you go over there, you get a whole bunch of stuff like behind the scenes stuff, polls that affect the games. I'm sure there will be more for the upcoming seasons. We have a lot of things that we want your input on. Bonus episodes will go up on there as well, and a lot more. We also have a merch store. If you've ever thought, I want the logo of Tabletop Titties up on my clothing so that I can have random people on the street come up to me and be like, what the fuck is on your shirt? Explain, please. We got the place for you. We got all that stuff ready for you right now. It's called tabletoptitties.threadless.com. You should head over there because we have all the things, and you can place it all over your clothing and order it and get it there so you can wear it on your body. You should do it. I think that's... Oh, last but not least, social media. You should follow it. It's at Tabletop Titties. There's many places that you can follow us at this point. There's Twitter, there's Instagram, TikTok, there's Hive now. You should go over there, and we started doing that now. So yeah, go check it out. And if you tweet us or just hashtag us anywhere using hashtag TTTitties, you might get an NPC named after you, and we'll keep a tab on it for next season. If you do it in between seasons, we can just keep a log of it. It's all good. You should absolutely come and check us out tomorrow night as well, because we're going to be doing a Q&A episode. So if you have any questions you want answered, you should send that to the social medias or on the Patreon, because we will answer them tomorrow at 8:30? 8:30.
Yeah, regular vamp time.
Regular vamp time, yes.
Regular vamp channel.
Yeah. Do it. Ask us stuff if you've been having questions about things. All of the things behind the scenes stuff you can ask. You can ask like, oh man, what about this story thing? Clarification, please. All of the questions. Yeah, you can find all of this info on tabletoptitties.com. Yeah, that's it. We love you very much, and we hope to see you soon.
Yay! We did it. I was going to raid Dorktales, but while you were talking, they raided someone else, so I'm going to raid the person that they raided. So stick around and show some love.
Yay!
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.